Hello again YouTube, Russ here, welcome to the Trail Hunter, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my top 5 tips for hiking to Kala Patthar along the Everest Base Camp trek. Let's go. For those of you who are new to my channel, I believe that the best way to explore the world is on foot. I'm offering you hiking video guides, gear reviews, travel tips, hiking tips, and much more. So if you're new here, do consider subscribing. So before we start, just to let you know that these top 5 tips are just my personal preference. They're what I learned on the Everest Base Camp trek, and I wanted to be a bit more specific about the Kala Patthar sunrise trek because it was very cold. Completely different weather conditions up there. It's much higher and the elevation just really kicks you in the butt. So I thought I'd put together this video just to get a little bit more specific about the Kala Patthar sunrise trek. Also, as this is my personal experience, it might not be the same for you, but I just wanted to put this video together for you so that in case you came across the same situations, then you'd be prepared. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the top 5 tips. So tip number 1, which is save a pair of clean, dry socks for the morning before you start your Kala Patthar trek. What I was wearing was a pair of socks that I've been wearing for about 4 days. They were a bit dirty, a little bit damp, and when I was hiking up to Kala Patthar, the temperatures plummeted right down to -20, and halfway up there the front of my socks actually started freezing. My toes went completely and utterly numb. I couldn't feel my big toe on my right foot for about 2.5 hours until we got back and I stuck it in front of the wood burner and started giving it a rub to kind of get the blood coming back to my toe. I literally thought I was going to get frostbite on that toe, and it was really quite scary. So yeah, I cannot stress to you enough how important it is to have a really good clean pair of dry socks that you haven't worn yet, just saved for that trek, because in the morning it got so cold and we weren't even prepared for that kind of temperature. So yeah, a pair of clean dry socks. Okay, so tip number 2, which is bring a bottle of freshly boiled water with you on the trek. We literally got outside and within 10 minutes my water bottle had completely frozen. It was some water that I boiled the night before so I could keep warm in the night. So yeah, when you're up there and your water freezes, you can't drink it for obvious reasons. So I cannot stress to you enough how important it is to just boil some water in the morning, fill up your flask and bring it with you. You can also use it to keep you warm when the temperatures get really low. So yeah, freshly boiled water. Tip number 3, which is don't bring everything that's in your backpack with you on the Kala Patthar trek. So what I thought we were going to do, we got up in the morning, I packed all my bags so that I could bring everything up to Kala Patthar. And on the way down, instead of stopping at Gorakshep, we would go straight back to Lobuche, and that wasn't the case. We actually went back to Gorakshep anyway. So what I could have done is left all the things that I didn't need, like my sleeping bag, etc., that I just knew I wasn't going to use up at Kala Patthar, and it would just save me a lot of weight. All you'd need to bring with you is your water flask, your medical kit, extra layers if you're not wearing them already, obviously your backpack that comes with you, a trekking pole if that's what you want to use. So just bring with you the absolute bare essentials up to Kala Patthar. It will save on weight, you'll be able to get up there a lot more easily, and you'll enjoy the experience a lot more. Okay, so tip number 4, and this is kind of 2 tips in one. Have a very good night's sleep the night before. Eat plenty for your dinner the night before and eat a very good breakfast before starting your trek up to Kala Patthar. I didn't have a very good dinner the night before, I just had a bowl of soup, and there wasn't enough time for us in the morning, or we didn't give ourselves enough time to sit down and have a good breakfast just before hitting the trail up to Kala Patthar. I think if I had eaten something substantial and had enough calories and sugars in my body, I would have definitely made it up there. I didn't get a very good night's sleep the night before, and I had to sleep on the dining room floor. I think if I got a much better night's sleep as well, it would have definitely benefited my trek. So yeah, definitely get a good night's sleep and eat plenty before your trek. Sounds obvious, but it's very difficult when you're up there at altitude and it's very busy. There's not many places to get a good night's sleep, so try your best. Okay, and my 5th and final tip would definitely be keep an eye on the weather, especially the temperature. You can pretty much guarantee that it's not going to rain anywhere between the months of September and November. This is the best time of year to go. It's got the clearest weather. You do get a bit of cloud kind of rolling in at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, especially at lower elevations. But at Gorakshep, we got a very late report on the weather saying that the temperature was going to plummet to -20 degrees. It was so cold, I couldn't feel my fingertips, couldn't feel my toes. I could feel the tip of my nose kind of getting really sore and prickly because of the low temperatures, and I was actually very worried about getting frostbite up there. So many people had problems with their toes, and I saw them all kind of gathered around the wood burner, kind of warming their toes up at the end. I reckon if I had spent like another hour up at Kala Patthar, I would have had some serious frostbite issues, especially on my big toe. So yeah, like I said before, bring a extra pair of clean dry socks. Just for that trek, because you're gonna definitely need them, especially if the temperatures plummet like they did for us. So yeah, keep an eye on the weather and make sure that you've got the right kind of gear on you, just prepared for the low temperatures. Okay folks, once again, this is the end of the video. I hope you found it useful. If you did, do hit that thumbs up, and also if you've been on the Everest Base Camp trek before and you have any tips or advice for the trail hunter community, then do feel free to put those in the comments section below. Also, if you're about to go on your Everest Base Camp trek, do ask questions in the comments section and I will definitely get back to you as soon as I can. On another note, I'm uploading videos about 3 or 4 times a week at the moment. I'm doing a lot more videos like this where it's tips and advice on all the places that I've trekked, so do consider hitting that subscribe button below. I hope you enjoy the videos that are coming in the very near future. Okay guys, thank you very much again for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.